just afraid that the more that I know, the higher the chance that I'll end up alone. Sorry.
Think it's on the chat. Okay, I have prepared 10 questions, all equations. Ready?
Okay.
Let's start. We're going to annotate step by step.
Okay, so find formula for exponential form.
So what is given to you? What is given to you?
Two points.
Exactly. Very good. So we're going to rewrite this one as 2 points. What's inside the parentheses?
The x value.
Fabulous.
Input.
So this is going to be -5. Oops, what am I doing? -5, 22, and 1746. Okay, now what? What is the exponential? Maybe I should do this one first. What is the exponential formula? General formula.
A times b to the x squared, or to the x power.
Fabulous.
Equals.
So the exponential general formula is y equals to a b to the x. Yes. So always start with a formula. When you don't know what to do, start with the formula. Sometimes they'll come to you. Okay, so what is the next step?
You would substitute y and x for one of the points.
So you're going to substitute the 2 points into equation to generate, to get 2 equations, yes? So -5, 22, you will get, what is y? What is y?
22.
22 equals, do I know a? Do I know a? No. Do I know b?
No.
No. Do I know x?
-5.
-5. So this is how I do my exam, okay? So I pronounce this one as my first equation because I'm going to get 2 equations, right? So then the second equation is going to be 1746. Same thing, I'm going to do the same thing again. 46 equals to a, b, 17. And this is my second equation. What am I solving for?
A and b.
A and b. So what should I do in the process of solving A and B? Oh, poor doggy.
So you would normally, I don't.
So
How do you get the negative out of an exponent? You do a fraction, right? So it'd be
I-
1/5.
I don't have, no, I don't have to. I don't have to do that.
Oh.
Don't worry
Mhm.
about that. It's going to go away.
Well, normally you do the square the say the negative fifth root of both sides to get rid of the exponent.
No, no, no. It's simpler than that.
Oh,
wouldn't you put like 17, I don't know, AB 17 over AB -5?
So I want to, so, okay, because I want to get rid of A and B. No, I don't want to get rid of A and B. Because I want to find A and B. Yes. Something I can cancel.
You
I
can
got to find
cancel
one variable at a time. I cannot find two variables at the same time. So because this A is by itself and this A is by itself, can I do something to cancel A?
Can you do the like log or natural log, or is that?
Oh,
Def-
no, 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 don't go there, don't go there. You don't have to go log because it's not going to help you because your exponent is not a variable. Your variable is a base. It is simpler than that. You take equation 2 and you divide by equation 1. I mean, you can take equation 1 and divide by equation 2. That's fine too. But we always want to take the bigger exponent, divide by the smaller exponent. And I'll show you why. Okay, so we're going to take this and divide by this because all of this is multiplication, right? Okay, so we cannot plus or minus or what have you. They're all multiplication. So we have to use the opposite of what they are. So I'm going to take 46 equals to AB to the power 17 over 22 equals to AB to the power -5. Okay, now when I do this, I get to cancel out A. Yes?
Yes.
And the reason why I can cancel A is because it is A times B. If it is A plus B, I cannot cancel. Okay, you have to be very, very careful with the difference between the two. So then now what I'm left with is 46 equals to B 17 over 22 equals to B of -5. Now, what did the exponential rule tells you when I have the same base to the power of something and divide by something of the same base to the power of something?
it's minus.
Exactly. So this is 46 over 22 equals to B 17 minus -5. Do you see that? Okay. So what I'm left with is, what do we here? 46 over 22 equals to B to the power of
22.
22. Therefore, what is B?
Uh,
22 root. Or,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. 46 over 22 root of 22. What is another way I can write this? Because you don't have a ready button for you to press on the calculator for this one. What is another way to write this?
1 over 22.
What is 1
exponent.
over 22?
Like you write it as an exponent. 46.
Yes. 46 over 22 to the I want to say to the exponent, to the power, to the power of 1 over 22. And this is exactly what you're going to enter into your calculator. Okay, what is B? What's B?
1.0341.
Did everybody get that?
I got that.
Okay, so we found B, right? Then now, are we done?
No,
No.
we need to plug in plug in B to find A.
Exactly. So substitute B equals to 1.0341 into how? Where do we plug B into?
Do we plug it into both of the equations?
Oh, you only need one.
Oh, is that you can kind of just choose whichever one, right?
Yes, you can choose whichever one. You want to choose one or you want to choose two? It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So usually people will choose two because it's a positive exponent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, into two. To find
A.
A. Yeah. So I'm going to rewrite equation 2. 46 equals to A, which I don't know, times 1.0341 to the power of 17. Okay. So if I find this one to the power of 17, what would that be?
Power enter the power of 17.
Mm-hmm.
1.768.
7688, right?
I got 2.
Wait, hang on. What?
Oh, I took the full answer though.
Oh, no. I want to go step by step so you can see everything.
Well, when I, in my
1.0341 to the power of 17. What was that be?
1.768.
Okay. So 46 is equal to 1.768. So therefore, what is A? What's A?
Oh, sorry. I got okay.
Okay. So what's A? What's
46 divided by 1.768.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And therefore, what is A?
Oh, okay. 46.
Kiara, can you do the link again for me, please?
Yep.
26.015.
26.015.
015.
Okay. Are we done?
No.
What else do we need to do?
We have to write the formula now, right?
Fabulous. Yes. Write in equation form. What do we write?
Well, it would be, we can choose either one, right?
Well,
Or-
either one what?
Or do we use y and x now?
Do we use y and x?
We do, huh? It'd
Do
be,
we?
yes, I think. I mean, the equation's y equals a times bx, or b to the x power,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not substituting the points anymore, right?
No.
writing-
What is the objective of doing everything that we're doing?
Getting a and b.
Finding A and B. Have we found that?
Yeah. So it would
So-
be y equals 26.015 times what was b 1.0341 to the x power.
Exactly. Are we done?
Dang.
Yeah.
Yes, we are done. 10 points.
Ten points.
10 points question.
Man, that's worrying. Yeah, it is.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if you are asked to find the formula for exponential formula, if you're given 2 points, you have to recognize that this 2 is going to give you 2 points. Okay? So rewrite the 2 points so that it's easier for your brain to, recognize them. But before you do that, write out the general formula because that's what you want in the end. Okay?
Do
Then-
they give you the formula like in the question?
No, they might not. Like this formula,
Y equals
Mhm.
A. Yeah.
How do you know which formula to use on some of the problems?
because they told you exponential formula.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
And for the, what's the other exponential formula? There's another one with the letter E in it.
Oh,
Oh, y equals
yeah. Y equals the A e to the k t.
What's that one called though?
This would be the continuous growth. This is the annual growth. Most often than not, they will ask you to find the annual growth. But what did I do? Okay, did everybody sign in?
Yeah.
Okay. Most
Well-
often than not, they will ask you to find the annual growth exponential formula. If they say exponential formula, you don't even need to think about this.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Exponential formula is y equals to ab to the x.
Okay.
They may not give you the general formula. So you have to know the general formula. If you don't know, then write it down in your reference sheet. I have 10 questions given to you guys. Don't write it. I want you to really understand what's going on. So maybe pay attention and then take a screenshot. Would that work for you? And then go back and then do it again. But this is how I would do my questions, answer my questions when I'm doing a test like this. I actually annotate. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps are the recipe to finding it. Okay, I will give it to you now. And then when you're doing a test, you can always write it like that. The numbers will change. Does somebody have a question?
No. That might have been my phone.
Okay. All right, can I move on?
Yep.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Next one. What if I give you a table and ask you to find the exponential formula?
Wouldn't it be a similar process?
How?
Exact same process.
I mean, it basically you'd have 2 points anyway. So.
Yeah, you have 3 points. Choose whichever 2 points. Okay, so you are given 3 points. Write out the formula. Exponential formula means I want ab to the x, right? So the first step you need to do is choose 2 points. Okay, I'm not going to do this one. If I have time, I'm going to come back and do this. Okay, I want to move on because I'm afraid that I cannot finish all 10 questions. So choose 2 points. And then what's the second step? What do I do after choosing 2 points?
You substitute points into the equation.
Substitute the 2 points into 2 equations. Right? And then what you do?
You divide one equation by the other.
Divide one equation by the other. By doing so, what do I achieve?
You solve for either A or B.
No, you won't get to solve for A. By dividing it, you're actually eliminating A.
It has to be B.
Yeah, you get rid of A. You always find B first because B has the exponent. Okay, you eliminate A. So then you're going to work it and then you will find
Solve for B.
B. Then what's next? Now that you know B,
Substitute B into one of the equations.
B into 1 or 2, the equation, right?
Right.
And this will help you find what?
Solve it for A.
Solve for A. Then what's the final step?
Write the full equation.
Yep. Write the equation as y equals to A, B, x. Now you know A and you know B. It's not that difficult to get 10 points. If you have the recipe, this is the recipe. Just follow every step, cross every I, dot every T. No, cross every T, dot every I. Okay? Question. All right, I'm going to go on to the next one. If you are given a table and they ask you linear, exponential, or neither, what do you do? Kiara, link please. Sign in link is on the chat. What do you need to do?
Don't you just find the average rate of change?
Okay. What is the average rate of change?
Delta y over delta x. Change of y over change of x.
Fabulous. So what is the linear equation?
Linear equation is
Hi, Allison. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Did you sign in already?
Just did.
Okay, thank you. So Allison, we just finished this problem if you want to take a screenshot. So if you're not sure how to do any of this problem, this kind of example should be in your reference sheet. So you have the annotation and then you also have the working.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And this is just another one, but they gave you a table. So I didn't do it, but we just kind of walk through the same process if you want to take a screenshot.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay, so what is the linear equation?
Y equals mx plus b.
Y equals to mx plus b. What is the exponential equation?
Y equals AB to the X.
AB to the X. Okay, so we're gonna check each one out to see if it is one or the other. Okay, so if it is linear, what do we need to find first? But if, okay, first, before you even go into finding whether it's the equation of linear, you have to find out whether it's linear or exponential. How do you determine that? Kiara was saying the rate of change. So the rate of change, what is another name for the rate of change?
Isn't that the slope?
It is the slope, yes. which is what is the formula?
Rise over run.
Rise over run, change of y over change of x. So what we have to do is that we have to find every sequence of the data. You cannot say, oh, well, yeah, this one is, I don't need to find this one. No, because if you have one bad apple, if the last one, your slope is not the same, then the whole thing is not linear. Okay, so you have to find whether this slope is the same as this slope is the same as this slope. You get that?
Right.
So first do that, because linear is always easiest, right? So let's see. Between this and this, okay? So slope is, which one is y and which one is x?
Y is g of x and x is x.
Good. So then it's going to be 2 minus 0 over 1 minus 0, and that is 2. Yes? Now we find the next one. 4 minus 2 over 2 minus 1, that's 2. So far, so good. Now we find the third one. 6 minus 2 over 3 minus 2. 3 minus, no, too thick. 3 minus 2, that is what?
Isn't it 6 minus 4?
6 minus 4, yes, thank you. Is that 2?
Yes.
Okay, so because every single one has the same slope, therefore this table tells you it is what?
Linear, right?
It is linear. Okay, let's proceed to finding the equation for linear.
Well, we already
So,
know.
go ahead, Daniel.
We already know the slope now,
Yes.
and m is the slope. So then would we put in the points to solve for b?
Which point? Is there a specific point that we need to put in, or is there any point that you can choose from the table?
It's just any set of points. Obviously, you have to have
Yes.
one x and one y that are the same input to output.
Right, yeah.
You wouldn't be able to use 3 as x and 0 as y because those aren't the numbers.
Fabulous, yeah. So which point do you want to use?
1 and 2, I guess.
Okay. Use 1 and 2. So we're going to substitute that into y equals to 2x plus b. Okay, to find b. So y is 2 equals 2 times 1, x is 1, plus b. Therefore, b is
0.
yes. B is 0. Are you done?
You have to rewrite the equation, right?
Right.
Oh no.
So,
I mean, technically, the answer we know it's linear, right?
we know it's linear. Only because we know it's linear, then we can proceed to find the linear equation if they ask you to. Okay, so y is equals to 2x. Okay, I want to give you a clue. If you find 0, x has a 0. When x is 0, that output will be the y-intercept. Because remember, when we want to find y-intercept, we always set x equals 0.
Right. It's the same way backwards, right?
Yeah, so you don't even need to do all this. You can just say b is 0 because when y-intercept is at x equals to 0. So therefore b is 0, y is equals to 2x. Okay? Okay, so we know how to find for linear. So if one of this, say for example, if this is going to be 3, this is 3, then this is going to be 6 minus 3, right? If this is going to be 6 minus 3, then this is going to be 3. Will this table be a linear function?
No.
No. One bad apple will just throw the whole thing away.
Yep.
Okay? Any question?
Can it be both? Can you have a linear and an exponential?
It could be, but the thing is because they ask you linear, exponential, or neither,
It's going to be
then
just
once you find one, you should be fine.
Okay.
Okay? So, what if it is exponent? How do we figure out, how do we determine if a function is exponent?
Is it that the rate of change increases at a consistent rate for each interval?
Yes. So if it is exponent, so if it is linear, you find the rate of change. If it is exponent, you find the ratio. Ratio of what?
I
Ratio
could
of
be
what?
wrong, but is it the ratio of like 2 points? So
Is
you'd
it X and
find,
Y?
um,
Is it a ratio of the g of x?
Yes, exactly. Ratio of subsequent g of x or y value. So technically it is y1 over y0 should be equals to y2 over y1 equals to y3 over y2. And they all should be the same. Okay, so let's try. Let's try using this one and see whether it's exponent or not. Okay, so if we want to find the ratio, okay, we will get 2 over 0. That itself is already undefined. Yes. 3 over 2 is 3 over 2. And then the other one is 6 over 3, and that's equals to 2. Well, the ratio is all over the place. Could it be an exponent?
No. It's supposed to be the same number, right?
Yeah, not exponential. What about this one? What about this one? Find ratio. Well, before we find ratio, let's find the average rate of change. So we have 13.75 minus 12.5 over 1 minus 0, and that will give us what? 1.25? Yeah? And then the next one is 15.125 minus 13.75 over 2 minus 1. That gives us what? Help me, guys. Help. 5. 1.35.
It's 1.375.
1.375. Why am I writing so small? 1.375. Well, this one alone is already not the same. So it's not linear, right? Therefore, not linear. Okay, you always find out if they give you if they ask you a question like this, you always use linear first because linear is the easiest. So if you hit linear, then you say, oh yeah, it's linear. Okay, if not, then you have a little bit more work to do. So check if exponential. Okay, so we're gonna get the ratio 13.75 over 12.5. What is that? And then the next one is 15.125 over 13.75. Then is 16.638 over 15.125. What is it? And then finally we have 18.301 over 16.638. What answers do you get? Do you all have your calculator with you?
For the first one, I got 1.1, and then for the second one, I got 1.1.
What about the third one?
1.1000.
1.1. Okay, what about the last one?
I think I wrote down the number wrong for that third one.
Say again?
I think I wrote down the number wrong for the third one.
Oh, okay.
What is it? It's 18.125?
16.638. Oh, this one, the last one?
Well, what's it divided by?
16.638.
The
Wait, which
third
one? Down here?
Yeah, that one.
15.125.
15. That's what I got wrong. Okay.
Yeah. Then this one is 18.301 divided by 16.638.
And then 18.
The last one would round to 1.1.
Okay, 1.1. So then if the ratio is the same, that will tell you that this is exponential. And if the question were to say, find the equation, okay, find the equation, then you would use this method again. Find 2 points, whichever 2 points you want, and then substitute into 2 equations, divide the 2 equations to get rid of A to find B. Once you find B, plug it into either equation 1 or equation 2 to find A, and then write the equation. Okay? If this question were to come out, they give you one table. They give you one table, and then they ask you linear, exponential, or neither. It might be a 5-point question, or it might be a 10-point question, depending. All right. If it is going to be like this, where you have to do a lot of work, and then they say, whatever it is, find the equation, then it will definitely worth 10 points. All right. They actually tell you how many points. Usually it's like if they give you a whole page to do all your workings, it's 10 points. If it's half a page to do your working, it'll be 5 points. What if you find a ratio and then this one went rogue and you round up, round down, whatever you do, you cannot get it to be 1.1, but it is 1.2, and it is not linear. So then will it still be exponential?
No, it would be neither.
Then it will be neither. Because in order for it to be exponential, the ratio must be all the same. No ifs and buts.
How do you find the equation if it's a linear function? Not
How do you find the equation if it is a linear function? For this table?
you on the other one, like that you got linear, do you just use the exponential or the exponential formula to find it, even though it's linear?
The
No,
equation
you don't.
is
You
correct.
use y equals mx plus b.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So the equation ended up being y equals 2x on that one.
Yes, it happens to be y equals 2x.
Uh-huh.
But if it is linear, first you have to decide that it is linear.
Mhm.
Okay. Then, because if it is linear, then obviously you're going to use the y equals to mx plus b equation.
Yeah.
If it is exponential, then obviously you're going to be using y equals to ab to the x, right?
Mhm.
Because if it is linear, you cannot use the exponential equation to find the equation,
Yeah.
because it just doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
You get that?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So if they give you two tables and they ask you which one is linear, which one is exponential, or neither, if they give you two tables and you have to do all of this, then it will be worth 10 points. They may or may not ask you for the equation. They might.
Okay.
Okay. So it all depends on what they're asking. So I'm trying to cover everything within the same problem.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Mhm.
Any question? So the most important fact, the most important note is whether you're finding slope or ratio, okay, must do with all data till the end. If they give you 10 and out of 10, 9 have the same slope, don't leave out 10. Because if 10 is a bad apple, then the whole function is no longer linear. If they give you 20, 18 out of 20 points have the same ratio, don't leave out the rest, because there may be one bad apple in the end, and then it's going to throw the whole thing away. Okay? Yes? No? Question?
Got it.
Got it. Fabulous. Screenshot. Some of this information should be in your reference sheet. You are okay. It's okay to kind of have like an example. Can I move on? Okay.
Yeah.
At t equals 0, population is 5,000 people. What did I just give you?
A.
A. Okay. Find the formula if population decreases by 100 people per year. What kind of formula is this?
Exponential.
Annual.
Exponential, annual. What kind of formula is this?
Y equals or a b to the x power.
Y equals to AE or AB?
It'll be AE or
A.
yeah, KT.
KT. Any more?
Y equals AB to the x power.
Okay. Any other?
Isn't it linear since it's just decreasing by 100 people per year?
Yes, it is linear because they tell you exactly how many people it is decreasing by or increasing by. So if they tell you exactly what the number is and there is no percentage, they gave you initial number, then it will be linear. Okay, so this is linear because the change is at a specific number. No percentage is given. So if it is linear, then what is this 5,000 people?
Your B
It'd be your value for B.
Yes, it's your initial. Initial will be when X is equals to 0. X usually tells time, right? So then your 5,000 is going to be your B. And what is your M?
It's decreasing, so wouldn't it be negative 100?
Negative what?
100?
Negative 100 X. So this 100 is going to be your change or your slope. If this question comes out, it's going to be worth 5 points. If it comes out exactly like this.
Why
Right?
have we, wait, I'm confused because when we would do these problems, like in the past sections, we would always use like y equals a e k t. Why are we using the mx plus b now?
Because they tell you exactly how many people are changing, how many people you're losing every year. So
Oh.
X tells you time. Y is the result of this change. Then the 5,000 people is going to be your start at X equals 0.
Okay.
If you go back to your notes, I didn't go into this one in detail, but I kind of let you know if they give you exactly a number, it's a linear change. If they give you a percentage, then we have something to think about.
Okay.
All right. So y equals to AEKT and y equals to AB of X, they are the same thing. They are exponential growth or decay. What is the difference between the two?
ABX is annual and AEKT is continuous.
Yes. Y equals to AE to the KT is continuous. Y equals to ABX is annual. Okay. The reason why I'm giving you this is because I want to make sure you know the difference between the three. Okay. This one, I tell you exactly how many people are changing every year. So if this is year 2, I'm going to substitute X with 2, and then with every year changing, I'm losing 100 people. Year 2, I'm going to lose a total of 200 people, right? You get that, Alexa?
Yes.
Okay. People. What did I write? 100. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, because it is decreasing, we have to have the minus.
Yeah.
Negative 100. Okay. What about this one? Population decreases by 8% per year. What kind of? So I have percentage per year.
because it's annual, my
How do you know it's annual?
8% per year.
Okay. Can it be linear?
No, it's y equals ab to the x power.
This one?
Exponential, yeah.
Annual?
The annual exponential, yeah.
Okay. Anybody disagree?
Am I wrong?
Anybody else agree?
I agree.
I agree.
You agree?
I
Okay.
agree.
Anybody disagree? Yes. So it is annual decay because how do you know it's not continuous?
Because it doesn't say continuous.
Exactly. Because it does not say continuous. And it gives you a percentage. So therefore, it is an annual. So this is going to be y equals to, what's my A?
5,000.
5,000. What's my B? Okay, so we have to do a bit of a calculation here. What is 8%?
Wait, what?
What is 8%? What does 8% tell us?
0.08.
What is that?
That's the decay rate. No, it's. I know that it's 1 minus that.
Okay, so B is 1 plus what?
Or
R. So what is R?
Negative
Point.
0.08.
Okay, so R is negative 8%, right? Because it's a decrease.
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
Yes. And we have to change this one to a decimal. So it's going to be negative 0.08. Yes.
Right.
What do we put here? Do we put B or do we put R inside this parentheses?
B.
I was doing both.
How do you put both?
Well, I put B.
Yes, you put B. So we
Okay.
know they gave us R. So we have to calculate what is B. So we know R is negative 0.08. So therefore B is going to be 1 plus negative 0.08. And that will be what?
0.92.
Yes. And that's what we put in here, 0.92.
But you can also put in 1 minus 0.08, right?
No. You cannot. You have to put, if you want to, you can do the calculation on the side. You can write here, if you want to, you can write here as, hang on. If you want to, oops, you can write here as y equals to a b to the x. Okay, then on the side here, you can write here side work. Be very neat. Okay, show all your work, because if you make one silly mistake, you are still given points. Only 1 point is taken off, or 2. So on the side work, you can say B is equal to 1 plus R. What is given to you? R is negative 8%. So you're going to change into decimal, negative 0.08. So therefore, B is equal to 1 plus R is negative 0.08 is 0.92. You can show that where you got that 0.92 from. And it's better this way because you're actually using your test paper to be your calculation paper as well. So then when you check, you don't have to run through hundreds of pages of scribbles, okay? So you cannot write here as 1 minus 0.08 because that's not B. You have to give this number. You cannot write the working inside the parentheses. Does that make sense, Daniel?
Yes.
Okay, so be very careful. And it's perfectly fine to show this one on the side to say side work. then they know, oh, you know what is B. Oh, you know that this is R. Oh, you know that it is a negative because you're reading, you're paying attention. And it's just only for your own benefit. Okay? Kiara, sorry, one more time, sign in link, please. Hi,
No
Sophie,
worries.
welcome. Okay, don't take screenshot yet. One more. What about this one?
That would be a continuous. So
How
AE,
do you know?
because it says continuously.
Ah, yeah. It gives you percentage. They give you percent, right? And they tell you continuous. So it's like, ta-da, continuous. There's no guessing, right? So if they don't tell you continuous, it is annual. If they tell you continuous, it is continuous. So this one is going to be y equals to AE to the KT. Now, we need to do a little bit of calculation again. Again, A is 5,000. Okay. E to the K. So what is 8% again?
0.08.
What is it?
Or it's B equals 92.92.
Okay, so assuming we don't have this, assuming this is all we have, assuming we don't have B. So what we're given this 8% is R. R is negative 8%, which is negative 0.08, yes?
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, do we need to do any working on this one? To find K?
No, isn't that just K?
Yeah, that is K. So it'll be E to the negative 0.08 T. Well, actually, this one should be T. This one should be T. Question?
Will we be docked if we write X?
You won't be docked if you write X. Oh, no. Okay. You probably will because they tell you T is equal to 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oops.
If they don't, then probably not. But usually population growth and decay is over time. That's why T.
Right.
Okay. So all the notes are in here. If you want to add this one as an example in your reference sheet, this is small enough. Don't write super huge. If you absolutely have to write super huge to see it, buy a magnifying glass because you need one. You want to consolidate space, right? You don't want to have 200 pages to look for information. Okay. Screenshot.
Well, I have a question, not on this,
Yes.
but I take notes at like during the essay sessions, and I kind of just use those as my reference sheet. And I would rewrite them, but I kind of just like to have as many examples as I can. And I write pretty like small, neat, so I'm able to, I only have a few pages, but
Okay. The downside to that is that if you have too many examples, you don't know which example where the example that you're looking for is at, unless you
Yeah.
can fit them all into one page.
yeah.
Okay. So
Mhm.
it's like even if you do all your homework, you did that homework, but you can't find it within that 500 pages of homework.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
don't have too many. If you have the recipe and then you have all the notes, everything is in one place. You just need one example.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Like right now I'm doing calculus 3. So every section I have maybe six pages, but I'm only being tested on 3 chapters. So 6 pages per chapter is okay because now it's getting harder and I need all my recipe for the working, and I have one example. So one example, one page, I know where to find it. I know how to organize, but you have 6 chapters. That's a lot of examples.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just
Mhm.
just like this one has all the annotation, gives you all the reasons why it is this. This is good enough. You don't have to have too many. Does that make sense, Alexa?
Yeah.
Okay. Sophie. Sophie or Sophia? Oh, is she still here?
Hi, sorry, don't know how to work it.
Okay, hi. Did you sign in already?
Sign in?
Yes, the link is on the chat. If you just go to the chat, you should be able to sign in. So have you all taken a screenshot for this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sophie, can you take a screenshot of all the work that we've done before?
Yes.
Okay, very quickly, okay? This
There you
one,
go, I
tell
did
me
it.
when you're done.
I have
Okay,
to go.
I'm done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I'll see you tomorrow morning, hopefully. Are you done, Sophie?
Yes.
Okay, next one. Done?
Yes.
Okay, this one. The reason why the one previously was so simple was because, it's about the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4. Moving on. All right. We're moving on to finding a formula for parabola. What is the general equation for a parabola? Wow, how many people did I lose?
It's a quadratic, right? So
Yes,
it's
parabola is
x
quadratic. Let's write the equation first. Y equals to
x
the standard form. Not the standard form,
vertex form,
the factor form.
vertex, right? Vertex form.
Not vertex, the factor
Oh.
form. What's a factor form? Well, if you don't know, they say given x equals to -3 and x equals to 2 are zeros. What does this mean?
It means that they're points on the graph. Negative.
What
3
are the
and
points?
2. They're -3, 0, and 2, 0. Right?
-3, 0, and 2, 0. How do I know that?
They're the y-intercept because
No,
are the zeros. Well, they're the or the x-intercepts.
they are the
They're
x-intercepts. Zeros means, I should write this one in a different, zeros means y-intercept. No,
Sorry. Sorry.
x-intercept. 0 means x-intercept. Okay, so what is the best way to write the formula so that it's already half done for us?
Would it be x plus 3 and x minus 2?
Yeah. So we have points. So the general formula in factor form would be a x minus a and x minus b or plus b, whatever. Okay. So if I have x equals to -3 and I want to write it in this format, what would that give me?
X minus 3.
Is it x minus 3? Remember, anything inside the parentheses is always opposite in every way.
So x plus 3.
X plus 3. Okay. Then if x equals to 2, that will give me
X minus 2.
x minus 2. So therefore, it is y equals to a, x plus 3, and x minus 2. Okay? But I'm not done. I have to write this a because I don't know what's, how wide it's going to open. That's the reason why they give us passing through a point. So this point, if I were to substitute it into this equation, that will help me find a. Okay? So that's the first thing you need to do. Write the general equation. 2 would be write the factors from zeros. Okay. 3, substitute the point -5, 9 into equation to find a. So what do we have? What is y? 9 equals to a. X is -5 plus 3. The other x is -5 minus 2. That will give us 9 equals to a times -2 times -7. 9 is equals to 14a. What is a?
9/14.
9/14. So therefore, my equation is y equals to 9/14, x plus 3, x minus 2. Simple enough?
Yep.
10 points. Seriously. That's 10 points.
Are all of them worth 10 points or are some of them
Most
worth
of them worth 10 points. So you can have, like I say, if they give you a question and they give you the whole page to do the work, chances are it's going to be 10 points. Very high chances, like 99%. If they give you 2 questions within the page, then it's 5 points each. Okay. They can also give you true, false questions, 10 of them, that is worth altogether 10 points.
Okay. How many
Okay.
questions are normally on them? Didn't he say like 8 or something?
It could go up to 10, depending. If all
Oh.
10 points will be 10. It could go up to 13.
I want
Or
to say
12?
I want to say in the announcement, Professor Spot said it's 8 to 12. One of
Yeah,
the
that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, so 8 to 12.
So
yeah, 8 to
it's
12.
basically kind of just like the quiz. It's just you need to show all your work.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But the good thing about this is that you know where to stop for your log, and you don't have to worry about answers matching your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
So write everything down. You want a 10 points? Don't just give them the answer. Because
Okay.
if your answer is slightly off, like this is minus and then you put a plus there,
Mm-hmm.
0. Because they don't know how you got this. They don't know if you're doing the problem with somebody else next to you. They don't know that. Right? If you don't show
Yeah.
the working, they don't know that you know this answer, or you're psychic. Channel somebody who's very smart, like Alexa. Oh, Alexa thought about this answer. I'm going to write the same answer. They don't know that. So
Yeah.
if you get one, you don't show any of this and you just write the answer. If you don't get the answer correct, it will be 0. But if you show the working and you accidentally write up like that, obviously this is wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
-1. Or you accidentally write this one as x -5 because you're looking at this one when you're writing this one. Well, this one is not equals to this. It's not equals to this. Is even more wrong, right? Minus
Yeah.
1 because you show your work. You get it?
Yeah.
So guys, men, please show your work. Okay, so I extended this question to cover more things. Let's find the vertex. So by finding the vertex, we need to expand this one, right? We need to expand this one. So it's going to be, so say y equals to 9/4 x squared plus x minus 6. Okay, so I'm going to go into y equals to 9/4 x squared plus 9/4 x minus,
Isn't it 14?
oh, thank you. Help.
How did you get the I'm a little confused on when you took the x plus 3 and the x minus 2. How did you get the x squared plus x in the middle? Where did that come from? When you
Okay,
because I see how to get x squared and I see how to get -6, but
x times x, x squared.
uh-huh.
X times -2, -2x. 3 times x plus x.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, plus 3x.
3x.
Right?
Okay.
Then plus 3 times -2 minus 6. So clean this up. X squared plus x minus 6.
Oh, that's right. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you can do it like in one go, it is perfectly fine to have it 3 lines. Okay. Don't be a hero. Don't show off. This is not the time to show off. Do this step by step, every single step. Okay. And if you have to draw lines to distribute so you can see better, do it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay, this one is 3. This is 3, 7. So this is going to be over 7, 27. Okay, how do we find vertex? Now we're finding vertex. I'm using one question to cover a lot of other questions. How do we find vertex?
How
You
did
have
you?
to-
Sorry, how did you simplify that to 27/7?
Oh, 9/14 times 6. I simplify, divided by 2. This is 3, and this is 7. 3 times 9 is 27/7.
Oh. Okay.
But you're not going to be asked to do this and then find vertex. You will not be asked within the same question to do 2 things or 3 things like that. Okay. I'm just borrowing from this question to extend to the next one so I can cover more grounds with one question. You get it? I'm kind of cheating. I'm cheating. Okay, so if you have a vertex, if you're given an equation like this, what do you need to do?
Wouldn't we find the perfect square?
Say that again, please.
The perfect square.
How?
Isn't it, you do like, you'd take 9/14, half it, and then square it.
Ah, you have one more step before you do that. Your coefficient for x squared is 9/14. Can you find the perfect square with a coefficient on the x squared?
No.
No. If you have, note, if x squared has a coefficient, what do you need to do?
You need to remove it, right?
You got to factor coefficient out from x squared and x. Very important. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is factor out 9/14 from x squared and x. And you know what's the wonderful thing about writing the annotation as you're doing your work, even for exam? When you come back and check your work, you see the instruction, then you check your work. You say, okay, oh, I'm supposed to do this. Check your work. Did I do it right? Okay. So it helps in every way. So I will rewrite this one as 9/14 x squared plus 9. No, I factor that out. Plus x, leave space, close parentheses, minus 27/7. Yes? Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then now on the side, I'm going to take the second term, which is 1 times 1/2. That will give me 1/2. And then I'm going to take the 1/2 and square it. So that will give me 1/4. Yes? And that's what I'm going to put here, 1/4. Do you remember all this?
Mm-hmm.
But
Do you
what
add do you add the 1/4 to the other side too? The outside?
Yeah, I'm going there. So what you add, in order to not change the equation, what I add, I have to subtract 1/4, but this is not the 1/4 of the actual equation. The actual equation has 9/14 factored out. So I have to multiply this back by 9/14. Let me remove this one a bit. Do you get that? So if you factor something out, what you minus must multiply back with whatever you factor out. Does that make sense? Because the original equation was 9/14 x squared plus 9/14 x. When you factor the coefficient out, what you minus, because this 1/4 is not 1/4. This 1/4 is actually 1/4 times 9/14. Okay? Do you get this? You get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I just found my perfect square, which is y/9/14 x plus 1/4 squared. Okay, minus 27/7. This is going to be so ugly. This is going this is going to be so ugly. 9/1656. Is 56 in 7 times table?
Yes.
It is? Oh, okay. Y equals to 9/14 x plus 1/4 squared minus 7 times what is 56?
8. Hold on.
Is it 8?
Let me make sure.
49.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I checked it on the calculator. It's 8.
Okay, 8 times 27.
216.
216 minus 9, that would be 225. over 56. Wonderful. Thank you, Daniel. So what is the vertex?
Would it be -1/4?
It would be
And-
-1/4. What's inside the parentheses is always opposite in every sense and manner. What about the y?
And then it would just be -225 over
Yes.
56. It would stay.
Yes. Fabulous. That's
And
the
then-
vertex. Okay.
and then
So
that
what's the
formula-
x is always of the opposite sign. What is y is what you read. Don't forget the sign. All right. This is negative. This is negative.
And that
Okay, so then-
formula, that
Say again,
formula,
Daniel?
that formula is the vertex form, right?
This is the which one? Here? Which
No,
one?
the
Here?
the formula we just wrote before writing the vertex. The y equals 9/14 x plus 1/4.
Yes. This is yes. This is the vertex form. Yes. Because the vertex form is y equals to a x minus h plus k or something like that. I mean, that's the vertex form. Okay. So then finally, the last question is what is the axis of symmetry?
How'd you get the -225 over 56?
Did we calculate wrong? This one here.
No, can you explain it, please?
Oh, okay.
7
Sure.
times 8 and 27
So-
times 8.
-27 over 7 minus 9 over 56. 56 is a common denominator for 7 and 56. So this was negative. What was it, Daniel?
216 over 56.
Oh, yeah, 216. So 56 divided by 7 is 8. 8 times 27 is 216. Minus 9. Did I calculate it correctly? Yeah, I did. Did I?
No.
No?
16 plus 9 is 25. Right?
225, right?
Hold on, let me, plus 9. Yeah, 225.
Okay.
Okay,
My brain is fried today, so you have to do all the calculation for me. Do you get it, Kara?
yeah, I see now. Yeah.
Okay. You're really testing me.
So
Okay.
real quick, can I ask a question?
Sure.
So that's completing the square, right? What we just did.
This is
with all
complete.
of-
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
This is completing the square. This is completing the square with a coefficient on the x x squared. This is how you do this.
And you would always need to factor out the coefficient from
Yes,
any of
you
the
have
x
to factor
values.
out the coefficient from the first and the second term, but not the last term. So because you did not factor out 9 over 14 from the last term, whatever you minus has to multiply back with whatever you factor out. This step here, this thing here is going to get you. So if you're not sure, all right, write out this small little example. When I was a student in pre-calculus class, just exactly like you are, that was the first time I learned how to complete the square 2 years ago. I've never done complete the square at all, ever before in my school. Okay, that's the first time I learned complete the square. So I'm very shaky with this. So I have two
Yeah,
examples.
it's pretty confusing. If we have another
Yes.
example for this, it'd be really helpful.
I will. Okay, I will. A lesser involving
Yeah,
complex
fewer
number like this.
fractions.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. Remind me if I forget, okay?
Isn't
Will do,
the
thank you.
isn't axis of symmetry just the -3 and 2?
No. This is zeros. Zeros are different from the axis of symmetry.
The axis of symmetry would just be the x value, right? So just be -1.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. From the vertex. Okay.
Yeah.
What does this mean? So if this is a parabola and this is a parabola that opens up, let me see.
It would be like the middle. of the
Yeah,
parabola.
this is the parabola that opens up. How do I know it opens up? Because my A is positive.
Yeah.
Because my A is positive and my x squared is positive. This part here is positive. It will tell me that my parabola opens up. If this is negative, my parabola will open down. Okay. So when it says that x is equals to -3 and it is a 0, it just means that the parabola crosses the x-axis at -3 and at 2. Okay, it's not to scale. Okay, that's what it means. Vertex means this point here.
Right.
Okay, axis of symmetry is this.
Okay.
And all I want to know is just the x value. And it is the x value of the vertex. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see what else I have. Daniel, if I cannot cover another vertex today, I will the next time. Just remind me. Can you do that, please?
Yeah, on Tuesday.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Tomorrow morning. Yeah. Okay. Oops, sorry. So did everybody get this?
I was starting that.
I know these are very huge, complex numbers. I'll give you a simpler one. So screenshot. Done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have to go.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Okay, next one. Solve for x and y for, let's just do one. Let's just do this one. So this is this system of equation. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to rewrite 3x minus y equals to 10. And I will say that this is equation 1. And then I'm going to say 4x plus 3y equals to -4. And this is equation 2. Okay. When I say solve for x and y, that means I want to know what is x value and what is y value. Because I need to know the answers for 2 variables, I have to give you 2 equations. If I have 3 variables that I need you to find, I will give you 3 equations, which thankfully you're not doing. So there's 2 ways of doing this. One method is by elimination, which is exactly what we did for exponential formula. We eliminate one of the variable, right? We take off one of the variable. And then the second method is by substitution. So if you want to do elimination for this problem, you have to either set x to be the same number or y to be the same number, and then you eliminate that way by adding or subtracting the 2 equations. Okay, so which method do you want to do? Let me see how much more do we have. Parabola. Okay, in 1 more. I don't think we can go through everything. Do you want to do both?
Yeah.
Would you like to do both?
Sure.
Yes or no?
Oh, sounds good.
Okay, so by elimination method. Hopefully my board work is neat so you can see everything. Okay, by elimination means I want to set either x or y to be the same to have the same coefficient. Now, I have to decide, do I want X or Y? I'm going to look at the sign. Well, this equation, naturally, Y is negative, and this equation, Y is naturally positive. So I'm going to eliminate Y. So in order to do that, I'm going to take equation 1, multiply by 3. Okay, why?
I have a quick question. How much
Yes.
how much over are we gonna go on today for the meeting?
I don't know.
Okay, because I have to like go soon, but I wanted to make sure I got all the information.
Okay.
Is there a way maybe I could get someone to send me like the screenshots or the recording?
Can someone do that?
I could do it.
Okay. Can you give Kiara your email address, please, Alexa?
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
So I'm going to take equation 1 and I'm going to multiply by 3 so that Y will have the same coefficient. Okay. So I will have 3x minus 3y equals to 10. And I'm going to set this one as equation 3. Do you see that?
Wait, don't you have to multiply everything by 3 then?
I do, right? Why did I not?
3x is 9x and,
Yes.
and
9x, 3y, 30. Thank you. So then now my y has the same coefficient and I want to eliminate y. So this is the first step. My second step, take take equation 2 plus equation 3 to eliminate y. Okay? So I'm going to rewrite them. 4x plus 3y equals to -4. This is equation 2. Equation 3. 9x minus 3y equals to 30. This is equation 3, right? So if I add these two equations up, I will get 13x plus y plus -3y. This will be 0, right? This one will be 26. So what is x? X will be 26 over 13. And that's why
2.
x is equals to 2. So now that I found x is equal to 2, my third step is substitute x equals to 2 into which equation would you like?
The first one.
First one? Okay, into 1. So then 3, 2 minus y equals to 10. Y, but not, don't do this. Okay, I'm going to move y to the other side and 10. I'm going so 6 minus y is equals to 10 minus y is equals to
4.
4. Y is -4. So therefore, my answer is x is equals to 2 and y is equals to -4. I'm done by elimination. Okay. By substitution, method, okay, I will still write the same. I'm going to say from equation 1, okay, this is my first step. I'm going to say, well, 3x minus y is equals to 10. -y is equals to 10 minus 3x. Y is equals to 3x minus 10. Do you see how I got that? Because I multiply negative on both sides. Then my y is going to be positive, my 10 is going to be negative, and my negative 3x is going to be positive. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Then the second thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to substitute. I can say this is my equation 3, just so that it's easier. Okay. Substitute equation 3 into equation 2. Right? So anywhere I see a y, I'm going to substitute with this. So 4x plus 3. Oh, I see a y. I'm going to substitute with 3x minus 10 equals to negative 4. So I'm going to expand this one. I will get 4x plus 9x minus 30 equals to negative 4. 4x plus 9x, 13x minus 30 is equals to negative 4. 13x is equals to 26. 26. X is 26 over 13. X is equals to 2. Now that I know what is x, I'm going to substitute x equals to 2 into equation 3. So y is equals to 3 times 2 minus 10. Y is equals to 6 minus 10. Y is equals to negative 4. So therefore, my answer is x is equals to 2 and my y is equals to negative 4. This is the two methods of doing it.
Yeah, that substitution method was way better.
It all depends on how complex your number is. So both have an easy way about it. So you have to see what you have, because if I were to give you like the one that I erased, which has a lot of fraction, maybe substitution is easier.
I actually like the substitution better.
Okay, then use the substitution. They never really tell you that, oh, you have to use this one method. Okay.
For the elimination method for number 1, why did you multiply the first one by 3?
Because if I want to eliminate y, I need to make the coefficient the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you see that? I have my coefficient the same.
And
And then because they are
oh, I see.
Yeah, because they are naturally a plus and a minus, that's the reason why I decided to make y the same. So then all I have to do is just add 2, both the equation up. It's cleaner. But if they don't have 1, then I mean I can make x the same. I can multiply the first one by 4 and then the second one by 3, which is more work. Right?
Okay.
Any other question? How is everybody doing? I'm just kind of bombarding you with question after question.
I'm good. It's a nice review.
Okay, good.
I'm good.
Am I scaring Sophie and Deshaun away?
No.
Kaylee,
Nah.
you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I mean, I'm waiting for that other example for those perfect squares. Go
Okay.
back over that again, but aside from that, I'm doing all right.
Shall we do that? Shall we do that and then maybe come back to? Can someone take a screenshot of this one so then we can continue tomorrow and I don't have to forget? Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'll take a screenshot. I can do that. But then I can write the question out before I see you guys. Hang on. Give me a second. My camera will come on. Hello? Camera. Okay. hold on. Let's do that. Let's do the complete the square now. Okay, that's all I have, right? Oh, one more. Okay. All right, let's do complete the square. Complete the square. Two examples. So basically you're finding the vertex. Okay. Complete the square. And then we'll call it a day. Okay. X squared, f of x equal x squared plus 8x plus 3. No, let's do this. Let's do this. Minus 8x. Okay. Versus f of x 2 equals to 2x squared plus 12x minus 3. Okay. Let's start. What I want to do, the first thing is rewrite equation, leaving space after second term. You all know that this is one term, this is another term, and this is another term, right? You know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to rewrite it as f of, I should change color. F of x equals to x squared minus 8x, leave space, plus 3. And it will always be plus. You know how I know this? Because I square it. Okay. The side work. So I'm going to make this on my side work space. The side work is I'm going to take the second term, which is negative 8 times half, and that will give me negative 4. Then I'm going to take negative 4 and I'm going to square that. That will give me 16. Okay, so this is going to be 16. I either write 16 here, or I can actually write, let me write another line. Let me write, or I can actually write f of x equals to x squared minus 8x plus negative 4 squared. It's the same thing, right?
So just to clarify, you took the coefficient from the second term, multiplied it by half, and then squared that result.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You also
we
have,
multiply it.
you also
Huh?
have to do that for
Wait, hang
3.
on. Let me annotate it properly. I forgot to annotate. So take coefficient of second term with the sign, with its sign. Don't leave the negative behind. Okay. Half it and then square it. This is what I did. So then I will have f of x equals to x squared minus 8x plus, do you want to write 16 or do you want to write negative 4?
16.
16. Then plus 3. So then my next thing is
Make x minus 4.
subtract what is added from 3 to not to maintain original equation. Okay, so what I add here, I have to minus. So it's going to be f of x equals to x squared minus 8x plus 16 plus 3 minus 16. Because I added 16 here, I have to take it out. So it's like if I give you $10 with my right hand and I take back that $10 with my left hand, how much did I give you? Did I give you anything? If I give you $10 with my right hand and I take back that $10 with my left hand, did I give you anything?
No.
No. So this is exactly what we just did. Okay. So then now this is the perfect square. Okay. So I'm going to rewrite this as f of x equals x. Now, how do I get 16? I got 16 from squaring -4. Minus 4 squared, then 3 minus 16 will be minus 13. So therefore, vertex is, what's my x value?
4.
4. What's my y value?
-13.
-13. So x is opposite. When you put it in coordinate, y is whatever you see. Question?
That made a lot more sense. Thank you.
Okay, so this is a simpler one. Now we're going to do the more complex one, okay? So this one, same thing. Because we have a coefficient here, we have to factor out coefficient from first and second term. This might be the two examples you want to put into your reference sheet. I mean, it's short enough, it's small enough, and it's not so complex, okay? So factor out the first and second term from the coefficient, and then, okay, let's just do one at a time. Okay, so I will have f of x. No, I want to use a different color. I will have f of x equals 2 times x squared plus 12x. Nope. Factor out from the first and the second. 6x minus 3. So then I'm going to do exactly the same as what I did here. Rewrite equation, leaving space after second term. So it'll be f of x equals 2 times x squared plus 6x plus, leave space, minus 3. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Okay, then we do the same thing as if there's no coefficient, because it doesn't matter what this factor out here, right? So I'm going to take coefficient of second term, half it, and then square it. Okay, so if I were to do on the side line here, that would be 6. 6 times 1/2, that's 3. 3 squared is 9. Okay? So it'll be f of x equals 2 x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 3. Then, okay, now you have to pay attention again. Subtract what is added multiplied with coefficient, multiply with factored out coefficient. Subtract what is added, multiplied with factored out coefficient from 3. Does that make sense? Okay, I added 9, right? I added 9, yes?
Yes.
Okay, now I need to take this 9 out, but this 9 does not belong to x squared. Well, this 9, yes, it may belong to x squared, but my original equation was 2x squared. This 9 was found after I factor out 2. So when I take it off, I have to be mindful of this 2 that I factored out. So I have to take 9, factor back in the 2. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Because if I didn't factor this out, I should be working with 12, right? But because I factored the 2 out, I'm working with 6. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So f of x equals 2x squared plus 6x plus 9 minus 3 minus 18. So this is your perfect square. So f of x is equals to 2x plus 3, the whole thing squared, minus 21. And that's your answer. So your vertex here, what's your vertex?
-3.
-3. And what's your y value?
-21.
-21, exactly. And does the 2 here play a role in your vertex?
No.
No, it does not. What is the job of the 2 here? What is the job of the coefficient of the x squared? It just tells you how wide your parabola is opening up. That's all it does. It doesn't have any bearing on your vertex. That's why we factor it out. So this should be the 2 example of completing the square that should be in your reference sheet to show you the difference. If I don't have a coefficient, this is what I do. If I have a coefficient on the x squared, this is what I do. And if this comes out, it will only be either 1. It won't be 2 of them. It'll be either 1, and this is going to be a 10-point question again. Screenshot. If you want to add this, if you want to write this down on your test paper on the side, just write down their side work. And it's perfectly fine. Just make sure you put it on the side work. And it's fine. Okay?
Okay.
Can I stop sharing?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. My brain is fried.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So that's heavy, right? And we haven't gone through all the equations yet. I haven't even gone through, so I have like, what, 3 more equations to generate. And then after that, we're going to jump into logarithm. And then we're going to start moving into other things. I want to do piecewise from graph to you generating the equation and writing the piecewise equation, and from piecewise you draw the graph, both sides. Okay, I'm hoping I probably will not be able to cover regression. It might come out, that would be worth 10 points, and there's nothing to show. The only thing you write for, if the regression question were to come up, the only thing you write is the formula and the R value. That's it. Everything is calculator work. So you have to be super precise. I may not be able to cover that. Please review on your own. That's in chapter 1.6.
And that's like inputting the data into the
Yes.
L1, L2, all
Yes.
that stuff. Okay.
Yes. And be clear as to whether you're looking at the value at R or R squared. What does it mean? If I have time, I will go through that. If I don't have time, I probably will sacrifice that, but that's worth 10 points with nothing to show. You have nothing to show at all except the equation and the R value. And then at most, they're going to ask you, oh, how do you know if this R value is, what does it mean? You have to understand what it means. And you have to explain what it means.
Whether the scatter plot is a good linear representation, right?
Yes. Yeah. Mhm. So review on that. If I have time, like I said, if I have time, I'll cover that. So I have 3 more questions that we didn't get to go through. Most of them are linear and one inequality. With the linear, I also want to visit how to generate parallel equation and perpendicular equation.
Okay.
Then I'm going to jump straight into logarithm. So in order for us to cover as many questions as possible, I need you guys to quickly give me answers. Okay, jump in and just tell me. It doesn't matter if you're wrong, because it's better you make a mistake here than make a mistake during your exam. Right? If you make a mistake and you learn from your mistake, you'll remember better. So don't wait for your friend to give me the answer. Give me the answer. Just jump in, but don't dominate. It's like very fine line, right? Jump in, but don't dominate. Okay? Like I said, I have all this. All of these are yours. How much can we go through? All depends on you. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow. Early and bright, what, 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
8 o'clock. Set your alarm clock.
Do you
Alright.
record these Zooms?
Say again?
Do you record the Zooms? Because I have a class at 8.
I cannot record because I'm not allowed to record because of privacy issue, but you can record it on your own with your own device.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can get a friend to record it.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Is there a 5 o'clock session tomorrow? I thought there was a 5
Yes.
o'clock session.
So
Oh, there
we
is?
have a session tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and we have another session at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock is our regular session. The 8 o'clock one is an added session. And then
Okay,
on
thank you.
Wednesday, we have a 3 hours straight.
Okay.
Okay? So it's best that we do this first before my brain is fried. Okay? So I shall see you all tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Annie. See you
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Thank
Don't-
you. See
Thank
you
you.
tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.